Guys, welcome to ArtCo Afternoon Arts. Thank you so much for joining me. My name's Amber Crimmings. I'm the art director / cat herder around here, and we bring these classes to you in your home so that we can share creativity and connect community together. Make sure you're always visiting our website, taking a look at our virtual art gallery. We work with a large amount of DFW artists, so make sure that you're taking a look at any work that we might have available for sale. This is a great way to get something that's exclusive and beautiful for your own home, and then also helps you support local DFW artists, entrepreneurs, small business owner, because that's what a lot of our artists are. We also work with local school teachers, instructors, welders, all kinds of stuff. So make sure you're taking a look at everything that we have available online for you. And then also take a look at our donation links. I think we've got some seated in the description here. Any ways that you can help support spots like us, please make sure you do so. Small businesses in a very tough position right now. So anything that you can do to support the places that you want to see on the other side of things are fantastic. And today is Throwback Thursday. This is where we get to do projects that kind of give us that nice nostalgic feel of things that maybe we did when we were in elementary school. And this is a fun project to do for our younger ArtCo audience. So if you've got the kiddos, make sure you're gathering them around. And then we're going to work today on using our simple toilet paper rolls. Remember, toilet paper's been a big thing in the news off and on. So we're going to use our empty rolls and we're going to create some cute little cactus guys. This is going to be a fun, simple project. We're going to use scissors for this, some tape, and a little bit of crayon. So it's not going to be too terribly hard, and it's going to be a nice, quick project. I might do two different kinds because I've got two different kinds of rolls here. These are like industrial rolls, like what we have at ArtCo for our big rolls. And so I could take two of these and make a big, fat cactus, and then I could make a little small cactus. So we're going to play with these and get our project going. Doobs is excited. You can tell it's kind of his nap time. He was running around like crazy last night. I don't know why, but he's going to hang out with us, and we're going to work on getting our project done, yeah? I hope you guys are having a good Thursday. We're going to get you popped down this way. And then we are going to start working on our project. You see, I've got some crayons. I've got my toilet paper rolls here. I even have a couple googly eyes because I thought that that would be fun to play with for our project. And, you know, just playing around with all these different ways that we can, you know, make these work for us. We could even maybe turn these into, you know, pen and brush holders if we taped up and created the bottom of these. So if you guys wanted to do that, you could do that as well. But we're just going to work on some basic ones. I'm not going to do anything too terribly hard. But I am going to play around with these. I think I'd like to do a nice little happy one first. I need some green paper. I've got construction, and I've got some bright cardstock paper. So I think I'm going to stick with my cardstock paper. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my big blank piece of cardstock paper here, and I'm actually just going to kind of lay my toilet paper roll on here, and I'm going to make a little mark right here, right at the edge. You see that? See how I got that mark, you guys? So after I make that mark with my crayon, I'm going to take my paper, and I'm going to turn it around and see where my mark is. I'm going to fold it right there. And remember, guys, when you're folding paper, see, I could fold it and it'd be all crooked, right? See how it's not lining up? So you want to line up your paper on the left side and the right side. And then you want to push down to make a nice little seam. You guys see that? Look at that. There's a nice straight line here now that I can use with my scissors in order to cut. And I'm going to cut this ever so gently and try to keep it nice and straight right on my little seam here. So this should give me a strip of paper that's the perfect height for me to cover my toilet paper roll in so I can have a guy that's nice and perfectly green, right? So I've got my guy kind of wrapped around. I think I'm going to want to tape him, but it's kind of hard for me to deal with the tape and hold on to him at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and get a piece of tape ready. So I've got my tape almost the length, a little bit longer maybe because we could fold it on the inside to hold it in place. And so I've got this long piece of tape here kind of staged and waiting for me. And so the first thing I want to do is I want to actually tape my paper on here. So we want to make sure all of our edges line up. Remember, as we twist this around, same thing as when we fold it, if we don't make sure it's straight, it could twist in a spiral, see? So we want to make sure it's nice and straight. And then I'm going to actually tape it first onto our toilet paper roll. So this is going to make sure the paper doesn't come off. And then I'm going to take this guy and I'm just going to wrap him all the way around, making sure he's nice and straight. If I just put him on the table, that's going to work really well for me. And then I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to tape him down, or her, whichever. We're going to do a cute little one here, I think. And I'm just using regular clear tape, nothing too complicated, and if it goes around the edges, just make sure you turn it over. So now I've got a really cool kind of design here. But really what my cactus is going to need is, it's going to need some little arms. So I'm actually going to kind of just lay this on my paper, guys. And I'm just going to create some little cactus arms. You see that? And then I'm going to do one on the other side. You see how I created those two arms? And so now I've got a guide that I can turn around and I can cut out. But I need to remember, I need to leave an extra little flap there because that's going to be the part that I tape on to my main guy. So now we're going to get more things cut out. You see I'm going to go around these arms. I'm going to go out to my tab. And I'm going to get these guys drawn out. The reason why I do it on top of the paper is because I think it's easier to figure out what the right size would be for my little arms on my cute little cactus guy or gal. And so notice how I added that little rectangle on there, so I'm actually going to take this guy and I'm going to fold it back. So now I've got a nice little tab that I can turn around and tape onto my cactus. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to fold this one back so that I have a nice straight tab here that I can also tape onto my cactus. I'm going to use small little pieces for this. And I'm going to make sure my seam is on the back side when I tape my arms on here. Watch me here. I'm going to go ahead and pre-position a piece of tape on one arm. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of tape on my other arm. That way it'll be real easy for me to stick these guys on. So my seam's on the back, guys. And then I'm just going to go ahead and get these taped on. So I'm going to have to add some more tape on there, that's fine. I'm actually going to take my tape and get a nice little strip there. Then I'm going to get this other guy taped on. Oh boy, our cactus is starting to come to life. Do you see that? Man, that's pretty cool. Okay, so now we need to add some identifying features. Now we could, if you don't have Google Eyes, you could cut out small little circles of white paper in order to add those guys on. I've got some old googly eye stickers though, so I think if I can get them off, I think I'm going to use one of these. And I'm going to get these put onto my cactus so I can start getting a nice little face on here. But you can use your crayons in order to draw these on. You don't have to use googly eyes. Man, my googly eyes are not coming out of the package very well. I had some faulty googly eyes. You ever have the ones where the paper's real hard to get off? And so I've got two of my googly eyes attached on my paper. Yeah. And so this is really starting to turn out super cute, guys. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Okay, so we're going to continue to work on getting more of our identifying features on our nice little cactus. I think I want to go ahead and draw some little lines on it, so I'm going to go in with my, there's a darker green one in here. I'm going to go in with a darker green color, and I'm actually going to draw some nice lines on my arms of my cactus. See how that's going to start giving them some cool detail. Now you can do this before you put them on. And then I'm going to go ahead and get some lines drawn in for my cactus this way as well. So I'm just using my crayon. I'm going to get my straight lines, my semi-straight lines done for my cactus all the way around. This makes for a super fun project, and we can add lots of fun things to this in order to bring our cactus to life and happiness. Yeah, I don't know that I'm gonna, maybe I'll just draw a little happy face on here, but I think it'll also be nice to maybe get a little mouth on there. I've got a cool little, look at this. We're gonna make this guy like a fun little cow guy. I've got some little nice cupcake cups, so I'm going to make this look like his little pot, and we can tape him down on there as well on two sides. And so this will give our little cactus dude a nice little base. And so I put tape on both sides, and then we just kind of take them and sit them down in there. And then we'll push the tape on the inside of those, so then we'll hold that, and that'll give them a cool little base here. I'm really digging that. Yeah? Alright. So I'm also going to play with some, I don't know, we'll get a nice little mouth going on here. Or actually, you know what? We're going to go ahead and draw a mouth on. I think we'll do that. We'll give her a cute little mouth. Oh, that's super cute. Yeah, I like that. And then maybe I want to go ahead and finish the rest of my lines on the back side. I like how we have a nice little pot with our muffin cup. These are fun little projects to do. I don't know if you guys remember making stuff with reclaimed materials, but this is super fun. I think I'm actually gonna, I don't know, we'll do a heart, because I kind of like to have my cactus holding a big heart. So we're going to play around with this. And then I can go ahead and bend these arms over, and we can actually tape this guy right on the heart. Watch this. I'm going to use 2 tiny little pieces of tape here. If I can get them, well, maybe I won't get them to cut. Just kidding. I'm going to get, we'll try that again. I'm going to get 1 and then 2 tiny little pieces of tape. And then I'm going to pre-position them on the hands here so that I can bring these guys around. And I have 1 hold on to it that way, and then 1 hold on to it this way. And I'm actually going to take this guy and wrap him around because I don't want to see this tape. I just want him to be on the underside of this hand. So I'm actually going to take that guy and hold him right there, and it kind of looks like he's playing with the heart a little bit. And so we're just getting that guy taped down. And oh man, that's super cute. He's holding a little heart. I like that. I like it. I'm having fun with these cactus. They're super fun. Let's go ahead and work on another one because we can do different varieties of these. I really like this project because it's a fun way, again, to play with all of our different versions of how to make these little toilet paper roll cactus pots. And so another way that we can do it is we can create one that goes 4 ways, and so we're going to play with that as well. I actually just want to create a nice big cactus, so I'm going to actually go on here and I'm going to kind of draw one out. Getting a little cactus shape drawn out, and I'm going to get this guy cut. And I'm doing this one bigger. And we're going to do this by creating slits in the bottom so that we can create our own standing kind of centerpiece. And so this is another fun way to do our cactus, not using the toilet paper rolls, but letting it be a freestanding piece, and then we'll use our roll as a pseudo pot instead. Okay, so I've got one here. I want to actually outline the outside of this because I want it to be fairly the same. And so I'm just going in and getting my other side cut as well. I'm doing like little slightly different cactus, like knobby things that are growing out of this one, rather than doing the same ones on both sides. And so now I've got 2 pieces to my cactus here. And I'm going to want to go ahead and get these guys nice and decorated first before I actually do any of my other work on these guys. And they're going to be needed, we need to decorate them on all 4 sides. And I'm going to use part of this as my plant pot for these to come out of. So I'm going to have to actually cut this in half, which I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this and kind of smush it in half real quick. Then create a nice little half piece. I might have to go in and trim some of it, which is fine in order to even it out, and that's going to give us a good kind of height for our pot. So now we're going to work on our cactus part. I'm going to go in and create some lines here. And do some shading on it. You know, you can Get some lines drawn in. Get some shading on those lines put in. And since we're on green paper, we could probably use our white crayon as well. So I'm just kind of getting these lines put in. And we just want to create this cool little cactus look, guys. This is a great way to also kind of get a head start on decorations for parties and events and things like that. You can easily create your own stand-up decorations just by replicating and creating the stand structure, which I'll show you in a minute. And so we're going through and we're just kind of creating these nice little... I'm just going in and trying to get some of the shading in here to make it look neato, you guys. Adding some shading in there. We're just playing around. Remember, we're making some cactus. This is our Throwback Thursday, so these are our elementary style projects. We're just trying to share some of the creativity here. And I'm just getting all these shadows put in. Getting all that jazz done. Let's see if my white shows up. My white does. So I'm just going to create some, cactus, have all of these stickers and things. So I'm creating all these nice little white offshoots. That way I've got a cool semi-realistic look for my cactus. I've got those little tines on it that showcase the sharpness of it. So I'm getting all these guys put on here. And then maybe I want to, color in and get some flower kind of shapes in there. So I'm going to get a couple of these cut out. And so you can cut out some flower-ish shapes. I'm going to get a couple of these cut out, that way I can glue these onto my cactus. I'm not going to tape these, I'm going to get these glued on. You can tell the cat's super stressed out. Let me show you how stressed out he is. Look how stressed out he is. He can't quite handle all the crafting. It's a little too much. He had to take a nap. Doobs does like to create, He's been around art since he was born. He's the original Deep Ellum Alley cat. He was the son, or he is the son of Clover, the kitty that kind of adopted us at Deep Ellum Art Company. I'm just going to go ahead and get these guys just kind of glued in a different spots. I think we'll just kind of stick these guys wherever. Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of put these guys right together. Yeah, and I'm going to create a nice just center slit right up the middle. I'm going to hold them real nice and tight, and we're going to get those guys together. And so, oh, maybe I did this wrong. Yeah, I did it the wrong way. That's okay, we'll tape it together. See, I knew I was backwards on that. We need one at the bottom and one at the top is what we need. So I'm actually going to take this flower off, and then I'm going to get this guy cut down this way. There we go. And so now I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to put them together. I've got legs cut at the bottom, and then the head is cut on the other side. And then we're going to take those guys, and then boom, we've got a nice little standing here. But I'm going to have to actually tape it some more so that I make sure that we're nice and together. So we're actually going to take a bit of tape on one of these legs, and I'm going to hold this guy at a perfect 90-degree angle, and we're going to get him taped down. See how that's going to hold it? And then I'm going to do the same with the other side. Here, we got to make sure they line up. Alright. And so now I'm going to do the same with the other leg. I'm going to go ahead and get my tape on there. We're going to make sure it is at a perfect 45-degree angle. And we're going to get that guy taped down. We're going to do this on the other two sides. You may need parental help with this. And all these parts are actually going to be at the bottom where we can't really see them underneath the flower pot. And so I'm getting these guys nice and attached. That way we have a really nice solid kind of base that we can sit in. So you can see I can go ahead and take this guy and get him sat in his spot. I'm going to go ahead and get my other flower up here, because I think that'll fit really well on that top spot. And I'm going to get you guys kind of packed down. So we have this really cool cactus now that's coming out of our little flower pot. So we can go in and get this guy taped in. You're going to do that just kind of on the back side of one of these. I'm going to get you guys popped back down. We're just going to tape it right onto that little pot area. We're going to do the same thing on the back side, just a little angled piece of tape. Turn downwards so that it can hold on to that little pot. Perfect, you guys. And so these are really fun projects to play around with. What a great way to take something as boring as a cute little, or not cute, but just a regular toilet paper roll, something that you're going to throw in your trash anyway. And you can turn around and make some super cute little cactus looking guys. Or you can create nice little standing structures as well that give a really cool kind of cactus feel. I love playing around with these simple classes. This is a great way to create a nice sense of bonding when you create things with the little ones in your household. Creativity is really good for the growing brains, and it's really fun to kind of get back to the basics if you're having a stressful day, to just get some pieces of colored paper, play around with, and then make your own creations. In this case, little cactus guys and gals. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Our Thursday classes are usually our short and quick and sweet classes because they're our simpler projects. But thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure you're taking a look at our online virtual art gallery. We represent so many different artists in the local DFW area, and we work really hard in order to bring all of this stuff to you and connect you with the artists to help them become more successful, and then help give you ways and avenues in order to help support them. We always appreciate our community. We were created for the native and the creative, and we are dedicated to the creative and the native, and we always will be. Please make sure you're always looking at the new things that we have to offer. Keep an eye out for changes in the future of when we might be able to open doors, etc. We are hoping to showcase a very special art show here soon, and we always look forward to ways and opportunities to be in person with you guys again, and we sure hope the scape will change in ways that we can do that. As always, we much appreciate you. I will see you again tomorrow at 3 p.m. You guys have a wonderful afternoon.